going to go through an introduction to cash flow forecasting, which is the full credit internal that we're doing instead of working through Xero during home learning. Now, what is cash flow forecasting? Cash flow forecasting is about the money that a business has on hand to pay the bills when it happens. It's not about things that have been sold on credit or items that they are going to pay for later. It's about making sure that they've got enough money month by month to be able to pay the things that come. So we're dealing with money that comes in and money that goes out. So it's essential for them to have enough money to be able to pay expenses when they happen. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't keep working very long if my business wasn't able to pay me. Most employees expect to get paid on a regular basis, and they run into problems if that doesn't happen. So a forecast of money coming in and out helps the business plan around when they're going to need extra cash. Okay, so a cash flow statement. We're going to be doing these in Excel, and quite simple. We just use some little formulas so we can change the numbers as we go along. A cash flow forecast is a spreadsheet listing all of the money coming in and out for each month. And you can use some little formulas to calculate how much money is available so the business knows when they're going to have enough cash or not enough cash to cover the expenses as they come along. Receipts are money coming into the business from any form. So some examples are in the bubble there. If they've got a bank overdraft, the money's coming in to pay them. Sales, dividends, interest received, rent received, bank loans, fees, any of those kinds of things, money coming in. Sale of old assets. The examples that are red are liabilities. So that is that they've taken out a loan and the money's come into your account, and this is recording the money coming into the business, but they are liabilities, so they're going to have to pay them back at some stage, and often there's some interest involved as well. So if you borrow money from the bank, they don't just let you have it for free, they will make you pay interest for the use of the money. Payments, all of the money going out of the business. We're talking about actual money, not things that are being paid, like they're being accounts that you haven't paid yet. So as you pay them, they are recorded as money coming out of the business. So we've got internet, drawing, phone plan, all of those expenses. The list is endless. You can come up with lots of things depending on the business. So we've got a couple of important terms that we're talking about. So our deficit, when the amount of money going out of the business is greater than the money coming in. You don't want to be in that situation for too long, or you're going to start having some kinds of problems. And that's one of the issues that a lot of businesses are talking about at the moment over the COVID lockdowns and restrictions with closing and things, that they might not be getting as much money as they usually do, but the expenses are still the same. All right, surplus, when the amount going out is smaller than the amount coming in, that means they've got more money at the end of each month than they did the month before, which is really how the business should be, because you want to have enough money coming in to make a profit and to have money to expand the business and that kind of stuff, pay for everything as you need it. And drawings are money or other items taken by the owner for personal use, but because we're dealing with cash flows, we'll only be recording any money that the owner takes out. If there is a shortfall, so a deficit or a negative cash flow, the business needs to make some ways to cover it. So some of the options, the owner could put some more money into the business. They could arrange a loan or a bank overdraft with a bank. They could increase their selling price. They could reduce credit sales and make people pay cash straight away, so that means that they can make more money. So they've got more cash on hand. They could reduce their stock levels. They might not need to have quite so much stuff sitting on the shelves and maybe order a little bit less frequently. Sell any unused assets that they might have lying around, just like you would if you needed some money and you look around your house and you try and sell off those old toys or something on TradeMe. It's the same for a business. They can try and sell their unused assets or reduce their expenses. Look for cheaper suppliers, look for ways of not having to pay quite so much for some of the things they need. Now, by the same token, if there's a surplus and the business has got way too much money sitting in their check account, that's a bit pointless, because if it's sitting in a check account, it's not working for you. Money can be invested, so more money is being earned off that. It's an asset in the business just like anything else, and you need to make the most of it. Some options could be to put the surplus cash into a high interest savings account, purchase some more property, plant or equipment or other kinds of assets that you may need, or pay off debt. If you've got $20,000 sitting in your check account and you've got a bank loan for $10,000 that you're paying a high rate of interest on, it's a bit of a no-brainer really to take that money out as long as you can forecast that you can do without it and pay off that debt, so then you don't have to keep paying interest. Thank you for listening. I hope that's helpful. Okay, now I've got to get a biscuit and